Hi, Sandra here. Welcome to my channel today. And today I'm making a little gift basket. Now it could be used to put Easter eggs in for Easter if you make it in time for that, but it could be for just any occasion where you want a little gift container to give. So I've got the file cut out and I will link the file below as normal. I've actually made this holder specifically for doing the scores, because I find that if you use a blade to score a card, it damages the card too much. And although I could put something like this in my holder, I can't easily get it to stay in place. And so I decided that I would make my very own holder for my scoring tool. So that's what I've done. So I've got everything cut, and you'll notice on the file there are two little slits. There's one on this side and there's one on here, the pieces with the extra length to them. And there's also a file for the handle. So you put this through the slot so that it goes nicely inside and line up the edge so it's parallel with that, and make sure it stays in place for the time being. We can add a little bit of sticky tape. So I didn't have quite a large enough piece there, so I'll put two pieces on. So that's going to hold that in place. Now the whole idea of this basket is that it is actually woven, and that's why we have the slits. Now I can fold this one over like so, and that just lifts the handle out of the way. And I've cut these, that's a bit rough, but I've cut these just as strips off of a sheet of card. And they're designed so that they're not a tight fit. You only put 2 rows of weaving in, but there's plenty of room for it to go there. So this first one here, what I'm going to do is put a little bit of tape, and it is a very small piece of tape, on the underside of this first weaving piece. And then what I'm going to do is to pull it all the way through until that is just a little bit overlapping the edge, and then I'm going to stick it down there, and that effectively locks that in place, so it makes it a lot easier for you to do the rest. Now the temptation is to put your box upright and stick it all together and then to do the weaving. Don't. There's a very good reason not to do that, and that's because it will make it far more difficult for you to make the top nice and neat if you do. So while it's completely open, you can do the first 2 sides, and as you pull this, it's going to close that second side up. A little bit ragged here because I've got a ragged paper edge. I didn't trim off this piece, I just cut this piece with my guillotine, and I didn't cut off the paper edge, so it's a little bit raggedy. But never mind, it won't matter. So pull it so that it makes it nicely firm together there, and then you can continue weaving around the next side like so. Now you might think it would be easier to do this with a paper. Believe me, it's not. It's far more difficult to do it with paper than it is to do it with a stiff card. I tried. Well, actually, I didn't try it with paper. I tried it with a much softer card, because this is about 250 GSM. And I tried it with one which was probably only about 150, and it was absolutely awful. It was really hard to do it. So under and over, and there's only 3 cuts in each side, so it's not going to take you very long to complete. And this is my last under. Oops. There we go, I can pull that. And as you pull it tight, you can pull it down towards the base. And that will automatically be bringing your sides into position, which is great. Now this piece here, you can just trim off to a couple of centimetres. I left it long on the file because if you cut it short and then try and weave it, it's far more difficult. And that can go inside. Now the next piece goes under and over, because this is over, so the next one is under. Just going to flick that out of the way. So you would start on the under, go over, and then under. There we go. And in this case, again, put a little bit of tape on the end. Whoops. It would help if I just took the backing off, wouldn't it? Okay, different piece of tape. There we go. And so this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold back just a part of it. So take it to about there. Now I'm not taking this all the way up to the top of the slit, and I'm not putting it all the way down at the bottom. I'm actually doing it part way up, and then where that sticky tape is, I am just going to fold that over on itself. When I've got it level, just fold it over, and that way it will stay put. Don't worry about this loose one for the time being. We can sort that out later on if we need to. So again, under and over, so it's not complicated. And this is why I haven't made it a really sort of tight fit on there, because if you do, it just makes it more difficult for you to weave it. And it doesn't need to be that precise. It's just an effect of weave. So, and as you pull it, the sides will join up, which is what you want them to do. There we go. So you pull them tight and then you've got them joined. Now this one is quite simply pulled firmly, not too firm because you still want to have the edges on your card, and trim off the excess. And if you want to, you can tape it down. You don't necessarily have to, but you can if you wish. Or put a spot of glue on there, whatever. I'm just going to put a little bit of tape on the inside of there. There we go, and that will keep it in place. The lower one, if you want to, you can do the same sort of thing, but you don't necessarily have to. Now, to tidy up the tops, and this is quite an easy thing to do. Of course, I happen to forget to fold down these sides. They are scored, but I'd forgotten to fold them, which doesn't help. There we go. Okay. So you need to fold down start on this side. So you need to fold down and you need to have some tape or glue on these pieces. Little side tabs on the white side or the underside of your card. Put it as close to the inside seam as you can, and then you can press it closed like so. Do the same on the other side. You can flick it out if you need to put your tape on. Okay, so that's on there, that's on there, and that simply joins up on the side. So you've got your handle in there, but you can't see the mechanism of actually putting the handle in, which is nice and tidy. So what you want to do is to put the other side of your handle through to the other slot. You don't necessarily have to even glue it if you don't want to, but we need to put the tape on these two outer tabs, because that's what's holding things all together. So one goes on that side. I need to put the other one on for thinking about it before I do anything else. There we go. Now this one folds over and then it meets the side like that. And then the only thing you need to do, if you want to, you can put some tape on the two remaining sides. You don't have to, but if you're concerned about it, you can. So the tape will go on top edge like so, and then that folds over to the inside, and do it again on the opposite side. Like that. So we have our little woven basket to put whatever it is that you want to put inside. Now, if you want to, you can decorate this outer edge. I will include a decorative border for it. You can decorate it with little paper flowers or whatever it is you so wish, but that's the basic how-to of how to construct the actual box. Now, you can possibly see that there is a long piece of card there, and all I'm going to do with that is take a pair of scissors and snip the end off and tip it out. There we go. It's not going to come undone because the rest of the form is holding it together, and that's actually quite a sturdy little basket.